A couple months ago, I played Dragon Age Inquisition for the very first time. I jumped into the third game in the series, having played none of the previous games. Over the last 6 months, I have completely immersed myself in these games, and I'm so excited to share that with you, but not quite yet. We have a brand new title, and I simply cannot wait to talk about it. Just like last time, I want to answer a couple of questions. Did I really need to play Inquisition to understand this game? How will my experience in Inquisition shape my experience in Veilguard? And in what ways does Veilguard differ from Inquisition? I also want to see which character really sweeps me off my feet, because going into this, I don't really have a bias. With all of that in mind, it's time to venture forth. The game opens with Varric narrating the story of Solas, but let me tell you how I remember it. The year was 941 Dragon, and the world of Thedas was shaken by an explosion during a peace treaty where everyone in attendance, including the head of the church, was dead, except one idiot who fell out of the Fade. Hi, my name's Kat, and my life is kinda crazy. This idiot would come to be known as the Inquisitor, and we went on to save Thedas from this guy's evil plan to bring down the Veil and flood the world with demons, the Veil being the only thing separating the spirit realm from the rest of the world. We had to make some serious decisions along our journey. We sided with the mages, saved Empress Selene, sacrificed Hawk, reformed the Grey Wardens, drank from the Well of Sorrows, and disbanded the Inquisition 2 years after taking out Corypheus. On our path to save Thedas, we made many friends, and even took a lover. His name was Solas, and he was an independent mage. Smart, witty, bald, but so sweet. I keep saying we because throughout this journey, I, the real katalyria, was the voice inside the Inquisitor's head, guiding her to do my bidding. But we're about to transfer our consciousness into the mind of another. Remember our lover, Solas? He turned out to be kind of an asshole. He told us he loved us, and then he dumped us, promised to tell us why he dumped us after the threat was gone, and then he just disappeared without saying goodbye. And when we finally met again after 2 years, he revealed his true identity. History knows him as Fen'Harel, the trickster god of the elven gods. In the Veil, he created by accident while locking away the other elven gods. And now, 10 years later, bald and bitchless wants to tear down the Veil and restore the world to its former glory, even if this world must come to an end. And that's where Rook comes in. I don't think I want to tell you how much time I spent in this character creator. Honestly, it's super detailed, and it has some pretty good options. There's more hair types, we are finally free of the fuck-ass bob, but there are about 30 shades of bald, and some of these hairlines are so creative. In body options, there's a decent range of body types, lots of customization there, except in the behind, apparently. Okay, it's fine from the back. But like, come on, I'm gonna need more than that. Actually, the chest is so much worse. And I'm not like trying to be a gooner, but that being the maximum, that's criminal. Anyway, once again, I have created a pretty brunette to save Thedas. I chose Mage as my class and Veil Jumper as my background. And then it was time to recreate my Inquisitor, which took forever. I don't know about you guys, but I kinda ate with this. Like, that's the same woman. It only asked for a couple of my choices from the last game, so we'll see what actually impacts the story here. I'm slightly concerned. Now let's get into the real story. As Varric narrates, but I can't show you because I will get DMCA'd like I did last time, Solas has been spotted in the city of Minrathous, and our job is to find the egg and scramble it. But before we get to crack any yolks, we gotta find someone called Nev. But we find a bar fight instead.
Let's try this again. Where's Nev Gallus?
But you guys know me, I don't like a fight. So obviously I smooth talk my way out of this, and also maybe got the bar owner's number? ? Why is that so sensual? And then Varric shows up for backup. Love him. We take off to find Nev, but Minrathous is plunged into chaos when an oh so familiar rift was opened in the sky.
Oh crap.
Now it's a race against the clock. We find Scout Harding. I love Scout Harding. We find Nev.
Varric, Harding. Not the worst timing.
She's hot and she can handle herself. And then Nev tells us Solas is hiding in this statue. We break into his hideout and we find an alluvian. I have no trauma related to alluvians whatsoever. We walk through the alluvian and it takes us to Arlathan Forest. where shit's arguably much worse. Solas is doing his ritual over there, and we gotta stop him.
All right, I'll take it from here.
Solas isn't gonna stop just because an old friend asks nicely.
Solas needs someone to sell him another option.
I support you, but you and I both know the Inquisitor was putting it down crazy style. She couldn't even get him to stop. So, do your best.
Hey, Chuckles. Hope I'm not interrupting.
They argue for a while, and it doesn't seem to be going very well.
Do you want me to take the shot?
Won't work, he's too powerful.
What if we disrupt the ritual?
So Rook comes up with a backup plan. We're gonna go into the chaos and push over one of the statues. See what happens. Someone had to stay behind and keep the demons off of Varric, so I decided to bring Harding with me. But there's no time to panic because two absolute freaks just came through the rift. And then I pass out.
You have no idea what you have done.
Solas?
I was not destroying the world. When you disrupted my ritual, the magical energies pulled me here, into the Fade.
But why am I here?
Your physical body is unconscious, but you shed a few drops of blood at the ritual site. Enough for a tenuous connection.
Blood magic?
Firstly, I abhor the use of blood magic. Secondly, had I the power to control you, I would already have used it.
Oh, he's kind of mean in this game. I've seen a new side to you, Solas, and I'm kind of into it. Solas explains in the most long-winded way possible, hey, we fucked up. We unleashed not one, but two of the ancient elven gods that Solas locked away in the Fade prison all those years ago, and now they're blighted, walking around freely. Solas is in the cage, and it's our fault.
How am I supposed to trust anything you're saying?
You saw them escape from my prison.
I also saw you bringing down the veil.
I had a plan.
Varric always said you'd have a big explanation for why none of this was your fault.
Varric.
He tried to talk to you anyway, and now he's hurt.
Varric is quite practiced at shading the truth himself. All I can offer is what I know.
Helpful advice from the elven god of, and I am quoting you here, lies, treachery, and rebellion.
Depending on the story.
Now that we stopped Solas, we have unleashed an even worse problem onto the world, and it's our job to fix it. We wake up, and look, Varric's not dead. Yay, he's alive and he's talking to me. But he is injured, so he won't be helping us out anytime soon. And with that, we are officially let loose into the game. Taking a look around, there's a lot of really cool stuff in here. The outside is even more insane. I'm assuming this is where Solas has been hiding for the last 10 years. To which, damn bitch, you live like this? Not the table set for one, that is so sad. These paintings look very familiar. Like, these are the ones that he painted in Skyhold, right? And that's definitely the Inquisitor's chair. Why is there so much cheese in here? Also, I plan to flirt with everyone until I'm really locked in with someone. Everyone in this game is hot. What do you want from me? I found Harding crying in her room, but she's determined to keep it moving, so I guess that's what we're gonna do.
We stopped the ritual.
And Varric paid the price.
Hey, Varric made his choice to go talk with Solas. He knew the risks.
So those things we saw come out of the Fade when the ritual went wild, those are...
Elgornon and Gillenane, two of the ancient elven gods that Solas rebelled against.
To which we decide to tackle this before it gets out of hand. We head back to the ritual site where we run into the Veil Jumpers.
Thought you were supposed to stop him, or did unforeseen complications lead to unforeseen consequences? Again.
Oh, I am sensing some tension, and I'm gonna make it worse.
Will you let it go? Yes, the map was destroyed, but everyone walked out of there alive. If I'd waited for you to make a copy, people would have died.
Apparently, these people have history with us, even though we didn't get to play out that history. Cool, I guess. We get them up to speed, and they send us off to find someone called Valara. caught her up to speed, and she's like, yeah, I'd love to go with you, but we're actually stuck in a veil bubble right now, and we're gonna have to find our way out of that first. So we take off to find the way out. We continued on our way and found Darkspawn in the forest. We saw some Darkspawn in Inquisition. To be honest, I didn't really know what a Darkspawn or a Blight was until I played Origins. From an Inquisition point of view, I wouldn't know what that was, and they never really explain it. We find an artifact that B'Elara is really interested in, and we head back to the Veiljumper camp, where we learn that Darkspawn are now everywhere, and we set out to find a little town called Demeda's Crossing, where some missing Veiljumpers went. We reach Demeda's Crossing, and things are bad and getting worse by the minute. The Blight has taken over this village, and it's nasty. I am so uncomfortable that my toes are just in the Blight right now, just raw dogging it. We learn that the mayor of this town is behind everything, and then we have a standoff with a dragon.
Come to me!
Rook, what was our plan here? Gillenane talking to it is the only reason we didn't become a dragon snack just then? Back at camp, we're filling them in on the situation when...
I dare say it was a show of force.
It's Gothwami Morrigan! Oh my god, she looks so good. Morrigan tells us to go find the dagger that Solas was using during the ritual, and B'Elara offers to come fix our Alluvian. Back at the ritual site, some Darkspawn stole this dagger, and when we got it back, something weird happened to Harding.
This is the eternal hymn.
What is happening to me?
And now she has stone magic. Turns out the gods wanted that dagger, and now they know we've interfered with their plans. A new room opened up in the lighthouse, and my stuff just happened to be sitting in there, so I made myself at home. I think Solas slept in here because... oh, he misses us bad. Pookie, this is a little embarrassing. Speaking of Pookie, I found a way to talk to him. He tells us the gods will need two things: clout and his dagger. Fortunately for us, we already found the dagger, so they'll have to make a new one. Now that we know what the gods really want, we can come up with a plan to stop them. In this conversation with Varric, we hear a little bit of our lore as Rook, and we have an official transfer of power, making my dumbass the new team leader. And the first order of business is to find more team members. Nev recommends visiting the Shadow Dragons in Minrathous and the Crows in Antiva, so we checked in with B'Elara's progress on the Alluvian.
Who are you?
Through there, I will wait.
Our new friend takes us to the crossroads and tells us there's some people here that shouldn't be here and we need to clean it up. So I do just that, and then we take off to Antiva. Treviso is absolutely gorgeous, first of all. Second of all, it's under occupation by the Antom. I think that's the Kunari military, ? Either way, they're assholes, and they're throwing off the vibe, so they gotta go. We came here to meet with an organized crime syndicate called the Crows. We're looking for someone who's skilled at killing mages. They had a guy, but now he's dead. Except Mima doesn't actually think so. If we can find him and free him, he's ours. So we take off to find him, and he's in an underwater prison.
Who are you? Who sent you?
Mima, now get in the boat. We got places to be. We find his blood, take out his contract.
The crows send their regards.
Smells like blood. Ashes.
Oh, and he's got a demon in his head that only he can see, in case that wasn't clear. Back in Treviso, we find out the crows were attacked, and poor Mima is no longer with us. After a quick flirt with everyone, it was time to head to Minrathous.
Do the Shadow Dragons know we're here?
Rook, meet the Viper.
It's good to meet you.
And you.
fucking Mercer!
I'm normal. I don't see a mask. I don't hear a deep voice. I'm normal. We came here for the shadow dragons, but of course, the Venatori are doing Venatori things and we must stop them. Back at the lighthouse, everyone wanted to hang out. I went grocery shopping with Lucanis, and we had to stop for coffee.
They serve a specialty roast here. Bitter and sweet, like a kiss goodbye. You should try it.
I picked up some hot goss with Nev and had some fried fish. Balara and I calmed Relics with the Veil Jumpers, where she opened up about losing her younger brother.
It's not your fault.
Then why does it feel like it was?
Destroyed me, thanks. And I helped Harding practice her stone magic.
Why are you just standing there?
Do you want me to turn around, give you two some privacy?
I found this portal while I was running around the crossroads, and it is a memory that belongs to Solas. Wolf? He has hair?
Corruption demanded my personal attention.
Sorry, I'm a little distracted. Don't mind me, just trying to get a better look. Turns out the darkspawn that we've been seeing are actually ancient darkspawn, created by Gillenane herself. We also get to see Gillenane before she turned into a tentacle monster. There's a couple of these memories scattered around the Fade. We know that he led a rebellion for decades. This is the first time we're seeing the full picture of what happened during the rebellion. Every memory that we complete gives us a little wolf statue. Back in Minrathous, the Venatori have been committing atrocities, what's new, but they've been leveraging the Darkspawn to do it, which means the Venatori are working with the gods. Love that for us. Harding reached out to some wardens when we realized the Blight was involved in all of this. Finally, someone agreed to meet with us. Unfortunately, he hates us and wants to throw us in jail.
I don't have time to sit here and stroke your ego.
The Blight has not changed in over 1,000 years. The Grey Wardens will defeat it, as they always do.
Adamant Fortress 941 Dragon.
Everyone's favorite Magister comes in with the clutch of a lifetime. Do you guys remember in the Inquisition video when we laid siege to a building and the wardens were making themselves demons? Turns out this guy knew all about that.
Everyone knows Warden Commander Clarel acted alone at Adamant Fortress.
Acted alone, you say? Imagine if everyone were to see the letter I discovered where you authorize her actions.
Stay away from the Blight.
He seems upset. Was it something I said?
I am so glad to see Dorian. I knew he was here somewhere. I could feel it. Loving the beard. The hair, however, I hate to break it to you, you do have the same hairstyle as Solas. Don't shoot the messenger. He fills us in on how his political faction became the Shadow Dragons. He is still a part of the Magisterium, which makes him the Shadow Dragons' man on the inside. Now that we're not getting thrown in prison, he suggests that we go talk to the wardens who are actually out there fighting the Blight. We track down Antoine and Evka, who pointed us in the direction of Davrin. We find their camp, but it's empty, and it looks like Darkspawn got it.
Easy.
Striking good looks aside, Davrin is on assignment. He's been training a griffin named Asan. We learned in the last game that griffins and wardens famously work together to take down Darkspawn, but griffins are supposed to be extinct. So why does this beautiful man have one?
Where are Lancet and Remy?
The camp was empty when we got here.
Try to keep up.
You don't have to tell me twice. We find the other wardens dead or dying, and there's 12 other griffins that are missing. We fight our way through Darkspawn when we come across the Gloom Howler.
Meet the Gloom Howler.
This Scooby-Doo ass villain has not only taken out an entire camp of wardens, it also kidnapped Asan's little family. And I know we just met, but that's my son.
Their blood is mine.
So it can talk.
I'll spill mine before that happens.
And I'll collect, Warden.
Yeah? Let's give it a go.
Mortal threats are a dull blade.
There are only 13 griffins alive in Thetis. That monster just took 12 of them.
Davrin agrees to join our team if we can help him find the griffins.
The first warden agreed to this?
No. He joins us anyway, and we head back to the lighthouse.
So this is where you live, huh? In the Fade?
Yeah, it's cozy. We'll find you and Hassan a nice... What's wrong?
Everything's wrong. Treviso and Minrathis are both under attack.
With blighted dragons attacking 2 cities at the same time, I can't be in 2 places at once. We have to choose one city or the other. Treviso has no military and really nothing to protect them from attacks like this. Civilians will either die from the dragon or they will die due to the blight getting in the water. Minrathis has much better chances of surviving. They have the magisterium, they have protections, but they also have a Venatori problem. They absolutely will use this as an opportunity to gain more power, and if they get more power, it's going to be everyone in Thetis' problem. And for this reason, I chose to save Minrathis.
We helped Nev and Minrathis.
But the Treviso civilians!
Yeah, I know. I don't like it either.
And who knows if we'll even be able to make a difference. This is a dragon we're talking about. But nevertheless, we shall try.
Chaos, decay, and the last few mortal servants of the Dreadwolf.
Gillenane's here, and she wants our dagger.
Come get it.
And I guess we were kicking its ass a little too hard because Gillenane called it back.
Your strength is needed elsewhere.
With the dragon's tail between its legs, it was time to book it to Treviso and see if we could still help them.
We chased away the dragon in Minrathis. Did you kill the one?
We did not. Treviso survives for now, as do the crows. But
as a result of our choice, Lucanis has been hardened. This means we can't romance him, and he'll be gone for a little while, helping clean up the city. I feel so fucking bad. I stuck around and tried to clear up some of the blight, make things a little bit better, but oh, this is terrible. And now I gotta go back to the lighthouse and tell Solas all about what happened. He's not exactly surprised that the Antom and the Venatori have sided with the gods, but he is concerned about the dragons.
That is the fate Elganan and Gillenane planned for this world then. Corruption and blighted slavery.
He says that like he wasn't drowning the world in demons when I shoved him in this cage.
The veil is a wound I cut into the Fade in a moment of desperation. While making their prison, it should not exist. The world is broken because of my past choices. It falls to me to heal it, even if that healing comes with a cost.
Spoken like a god.
I am not a god. I am as I have always been. A man.
Now that I'm done poking the bear, he tells us we need to find a Fade expert and a dragon hunter. Lucanis will be in Treviso for a little while, helping with recovery efforts. Once again, I am so sorry.
Hey, let's not get stuck in our regrets, all right?
Just so we're clear, you're taking advice from this elven god, Solas.
Uh-huh.
The Solas who tried to tear down the veil?
Yep.
You really trust him?
Trust is such a strong word, you know?
So you don't trust him? All right, then.
I like that he's down for that answer. I knew I liked you, Davrin. In the meantime, we'll be looking for the 2 new members of our team. I find Balara chatting with Myrna and Vorgoth, some necromancers from the Grand Necropolis in Navarra. Cassandra's from there, not the Necropolis, Navarra. Anyway, just putting it out there, Vorgoth would. They grant us permission to travel to the Necropolis and retrieve a professor named Emmrich Taash.
Visitors! What a marvelous surprise! Oh. Professor Emmrich Taash of the Morn Watch.
Oh, I like him. Like, in a way that's concerning to feminism and his hips.
Balara, my dear girl, what a pleasure. Surely you didn't come all this way just to see me.
We need a Fade expert.
Amra.
Charmed.
Oh, I am very attracted to this man. He's the complete opposite of what you would expect from someone who raises the dead for a living, and I'm into it. We help solve his problem, and he agrees to join our team. And he's bringing his little skeleton friend, Manfred. And of course, I'm batting my eyelashes at this man expeditiously.
I think I like it better with a necromancer in the place.
do you?
Especially one with experience.
I'm an old man enjoyer. I don't know what I want to be his controversially young girlfriend. However, Davrin exists. We are approaching a crossroads. Anyway, Harding was able to track down a dragon hunter for us, so we were headed to Ravane to find them. Here we meet Taash, a member of the Lords of Fortune who is also a skilled dragon hunter. Together, we knock out a dragon, have a run-in with the Antom, and Taash spit fire at them. Didn't realize that was something a person could do. Once the dragon was free and the Antom were taken care of, we headed to Drinks with the Lords of Fortune, where we meet Isabella. DA2 commentary coming soon, I promise. We also get to meet Tosh's mom. I guess she set this all up without Taash knowing, but thankfully, she comes with us anyway. Once again at the lighthouse, we met to discuss strategy and leads, and Lucanis joined us again. Before we head out on any more story-related quests, I wanted to check in with my team and do some exploring, so here's some rapid-fire side stuff. I fixed up the lighthouse. Taash does not like Emmrich's magic.
Don't touch me if I die.
I beg your pardon?
No death magic. Rook gets my body if I die.
What now?
Nev and I discussed how she lost her leg, we ran around the necropolis and Arlathan Forest, and we learned how Manfred came to be.
How would his wisp have fared if I hadn't given it a body?
Taash and I fed the birds, and Harding told me about her time in the Inquisition.
Some of them were more approachable than others.
What did you really think of him back then?
Lonely. He always seemed lonely.
Now I just want to back up for a moment and take a minute to appreciate Davrin. Things were crazy when he joined and I really didn't get to talk about him at all. He invited me on a walk with him and Asan, where we talked about a lot of things like his past, growing up Dalish, going broke when he left them, and how he became a warden by choice. He went from protecting Griffin trainers to raising one on his own, and he's kind of struggling with it. I think he's a very, very interesting character, and he is so fine, it is distracting.
It's not all about winning. Sometimes I enjoy the pursuit, too.
Ah, the thrill of the chase.
On a scale of 1 to need him, raw. Next question.
Half lion, half eagle, with the instincts of both, griffins will always be hunters.
Just like his daddy, Davrin.
Daddy Davrin, indeed. Morrigan requested to meet us at the Cobbled Swan for some reason.
Today, we have a guest.
Well, look who it is.
Good to see you, Lace.
We get to meet my Inquisitor. I knew it was coming, but I love her. Quick reminder that I do have an Inquisition playthrough. My entire playthrough fit into an hour and a half plus my dumbass commentary. She gives us a little pep talk, a thank you for taking over in Varric's place, and then low-key trauma dumps on us. She's like, the South is my problem, so don't worry about it, but also, everything you've ever known and loved is gone. I am gonna be worried about that, actually. If the world is on fire, why are you here? I have a lot of thoughts. Those are gonna be at the end. Stick around for the review. She gives us another wolf statue and is on her way. Back at home, I walked in on a kind of heated discussion.
You're barely even wearing a shirt.
You fight Antom with a bare midriff, so what I wear is a problem for you?
It's not. It's just, why dress like that? Are you trying to make your mother happy?
Clearly there's something deeper going on here. Nev is going to get Taash in touch with some of her friends, just to see what this might mean for Taash. And of course, I'm gonna lend a hand where I can. This is not my area of expertise, but you know, I support the girls' gays and theys. Spite tried to take Lucanis through the Alluvion, and we looked at the first wolf statue, where we see a memory of Elgarnon and Mythal declaring themselves as gods, with Solas as a dissenting voice. Emmrich points out that we are seeing his regrets, not just his memories, and maybe we can uncover his weaknesses if we find more. Meanwhile, Emmrich invited us to visit the Necropolis Gardens with him. We light some candles and he tells us about how he was orphaned as a child and has an intense fear of death. I find this super relatable, and I think he's a very complex character, and I must have him. It's bad. At the lighthouse, once again, I checked in with our pals. Nev and Asan are buddies, and it's really cute. Emmrich scolded me for making hand puns.
Handmade from stone.
That's rather enough, Rook.
Sorry, Peepaw. We met Isabella for drinks, and Taash bruised this guy's ego.
You think I can't fight a dragon just because I don't breathe fire?
You can't fight a dragon because you don't know what you're doing.
We found another wolf statue, and this time Solas was trying to get Mythal to stay with him because the other Evanuris were trying to use the Blight.
What if instead you left the Evanuris and remained with me?
Be at peace, love. I will stop them.
Did Mythal call Solas love in that memory?
So they were doing it.
It feels romantic to us, but that wasn't really how it was.
Nah, they were doing it.
Oh, they were absolutely doing it.
After the round table, we headed to the Hosberg wetlands, and oh my god, I hated it here. The Blight really got this place good. It is gross. And what the fuck is that thing? I thought it was a San at first, but I have no idea what that is. We grabbed some samples of the Blight for Antoine and Evka, and oh great, look who it is. He's back to ruin my day, of course. He pretty much says the exact same thing he did last time, except now Antoine and Evka are in trouble. Sorry guys. And he's calling all of the Wardens back to their main fortress called Weisshaupt. Unfortunately, something wicked this way comes, and now I gotta go talk to Solas, where we learn that we'll actually need to kill the archdemon before we can kill the gods, because their life forces are connected. While we waited for word on Weisshaupt, Harding and I visited the Kelshirok dwarves to get some answers about her stone magic. What in the hell was that? There's ghosts down here. I want to go home. I don't think I mentioned this before, but Harding has been hearing voices. Something has been calling to her. Turns out that's Valta, and Valta we met in Inquisition. I didn't play that DLC last time, but she's a rock now. Back in the Fade, the team was ready to go warn Weisshaupt of the god's plans and attempt to take out a god.
We sneak into Weisshaupt nice and quiet. No one sees us. We look around for Antoine and Evka.
Was there a plan after that?
Nope. We are really flying by the seat of our pants here. No strategy, just vibes.
It didn't break.
You call that nice and quiet?
Darkspawn are not only knocking down the front door, they're already in the house. The little girl's name is Mila, and she's looking for her dad.
Grey Wardens, I wield the power of the Blight.
When I say full body chills, I mean it. We're running through the fortress, fighting Darkspawn, getting our asses handed to us when we finally reach the war room.
We're under siege. We have to fall back to the dragon trap.
Forget the trap. Send word to Commander Janos. Rally outside the wall.
Janos is dead.
Rook, what are you doing here?
I'm here because you didn't listen. Now it's too late.
Arrest them. We'll stop the enemy outside the walls.
The enemy is outside the window.
Order every blade out of Weisshaupt.
We'll all die, sir.
That's an order, Warden.
And against my better judgment, I talked him down. I talked him out of it. I should have hit him.
You're the only force in Thedas that can stop this. But not if they burn your castle to the ground.
Not on my watch.
This is your watch.
Get down! Rook, get to the trap. Get it working.
Me?
You were right. I wasn't.
You're damn right. Now that the first warden is on our side, it's time to get to the dragon trap, but I had a hell of a time getting there. This entire quest was just action-packed from start to finish. 1 second you're fighting Darkspawn, and then you're fighting an ogre, and then the first warden's jumping on a tentacle, and just when you think all of your luck has run out, there's no way you are making it out of this alive, your friends find you and they save you. 10 out of 10, no notes.
If this door doesn't hold, all bets are off.
What about the dragon trap?
The trap will work.
Dad!
Mila! Hope she wasn't too much trouble.
Can we hire her?
You don't have enough gold.
She just called me broke. Since Miss Girl wants our dagger so bad, we're gonna use the dagger as bait to trap the dragon, and Davrin is going to kill it. There's only one issue. For this plan to work, Davrin has to die.
I'm ready.
To die?
Who knows? Maybe they'll hang my portrait in here someday.
It's not over yet.
Speaking of things in here, I know 2 people who drank from that chalice.
Hey, Killinane! Come down here and fight! Davrin.
Give Hassan a hug for me.
Stay your blade, Warden.
Sir.
Let an old man spill the blood today, and make amends for his mistakes. We mortals have a saying. In war, victory. In peace, vigilance. In death, sacrifice.
Waste of useful blood.
So she does that not once, but twice. But trust and believe, me, low combat no death mode, and my boyfriends are gonna make quick work of it.
Davrin! Kill it! Now, Lucanis! Finish her!
Give me another shot.
Too late! Back to the Alluvion! Is it working?
I hope so.
Best odds all day!
Back at the lighthouse, the girlies are fighting. Emmrich, being the voice of reason, is like, hey, we've all got a lot on our minds, let's clear our heads and we'll plan our next move. And he's so right and sexy. We may not have killed a god, but we killed an archdemon. Normally, that's the end of a blight. We fucking take those. I checked in with the whole team, but Davrin just lost his home, his friends, he lost everything. And he almost died.
When the moment came, you did the Wardens proud.
Did I? A Grey Warden kills an archdemon, they're supposed to die.
Maybe the gods changed things and the old rules don't apply.
I feel like a blade sharpened all these years to confront the worst darkness in the world. And my blade struck true at Weisshaupt. What now?
You'll raise Hassan to create a world where the light outshines the darkness.
Yeah? Well, let me tell you, that will require a lot more gingerwort truffles.
If you want company, I'll be there.
I was kind of hoping you'd say that.
I thought this was sweet, but this is a totally valid crash out. We saw how scared he was, and when the moment came, he did not hesitate. For the first time in his life, he has to figure out what he really wants. We know he wants to take care of the griffins and take out the gods, but it also kind of sounds like he wants me too. Once again, it's time to talk to Solas.
You rendered Gillinane mortal and escaped with your lives. The sting of wishing you had done more will push you to improve. But Weisshaupt was a victory.
Wait, is he proud of me? I don't think I've ever seen him smile like that. He does, however, warn us, Elgarnon is far more powerful than Miss Tentacles, and if he shows up, book it. After Davrin and Lucanis had their little spat, it's time to get them on the same page. And because I still feel bad about Treviso, we're starting with Lucanis. He finally tracked down the woman who put spite in his body and trapped him in the underwater prison, and it's our job to take her out.
Talk.
I knew you were risk.
Ilario? I told you this is crow business.
Amato.
No! Mine! Look, I can't! That's enough! Relent.
Hold on. Did she just say Amatus? Yeah, they were doing it. Lucanis, I'm sorry to break it to you. Your brother's a rat. Back at the lighthouse, it was time to check in with our other friends. Balara's brother is alive, but one of us is gonna have to change. Taash is embracing Ravani culture, and they're going by they, them now. I watched Emmrich talk to a dead body and find the location of his handless suspect.
Not a flinch. You really know what you're doing.
Experience is the greatest teacher.
I bet not every necromancer looks so dapper when they're working, though.
Pause. Dapper? Dapper. Of all words, what in the early 2010s Tumblr are we doing right now? Brooke, you're scaring the hoes! A demon that has history with Nev is making itself known. This quest was very film noir vibes. Very cool. I walked into this room, double cheeked up, and I walked out with no ass.
Ah, hello there. Something thrills at traveling with a daring young woman who's racing to stop an apocalypse. Especially if she's shown unexpected interest in a new companion.
What can I say? I like your funny words, Magic Man.
When I talk to the dead, their echoes abide with me.
Bam. No ass.
If your attentions go beyond charming flattery, that would interest me, indeed.
I love that scene. I'm obsessed with that scene. I'm obsessed with this man. But if he takes my ass cheeks again, we're gonna have problems. After I got my BBL back, I decided to go check in on Davrin, who got a message about a place called the Cauldron. Turns out it's a crypt, where they keep all the archdemon bones. And the Gloomhowler is here.
Whoever you are, face me!
Who are you?
Their salvation. The blood offers protection.
Archdemon blood? You're blighting them?
Protecting them. The same blood runs through your veins, Warden. Join with us and honor their future.
I die first!
Then this is your tomb.
Side note, the cinematics for Davrin are insane. So much detail, so much emotion, especially in Davrin's voice when he yells. Holy shit. Unmatched. We fight our way through the Darkspawn horde, but by the end of it, the Gloomhowler is gone.
I got what I needed. The sun stripped a piece of its clothing. Gives me something to go on.
And back at the lighthouse, Emmrich is gonna help us find some answers.
It says this was elven blood and something else. Dirthsel.
An elven word. For covenant. Like a promise. Or a blood oath.
Almost as if...
It was a warden.
Now that we know a little more about who we're fighting, let's check back in with some of our other friends and see what they're up to. Belara is writing a book that sounds like it might be a little smutty.
What are you working on?
Oh! And I thought maybe I could try it, writing my own, I mean. Not like Varric Tethris, but my own sort of thing.
Why are we using his full legal name? Like, he's just chilling in the other room. Harding and Emmrich are planning a camping trip in Ferelden, but Ferelden is overrun by Darkspawn, according to the Inquisitor, so I don't quite understand how that's gonna work, but alright. I had dinner with Taash and their mom. She was not really happy that I was there. Emmrich brought out the Hand of Glory, and we met another Scooby-Doo-ass villain. There's a little something going on between Taash and Harding. This version of the Black Emporium does not have tiny polar bears or Fruit Loops birds hanging around. 0 out of 10 will not be visiting again. I checked on Davrin after the cauldron. Things are getting a little hot.
So tell me, do you see us headed anywhere together? Or is it a hopeless chase?
I can see us heading somewhere together someday. Hunting, being hunted.
And which did you have in mind?
You tell me.
All in good time. I never spook the quarry. Not when I'm so... close. I'm a very good hunter.
I'm seeing that.
Hassan.
The hunting analogies are lost on me. I think they're kind of overdoing it, but I choose to look past it. I'm looking somewhere else, respectfully. With the boys back on the same page again, we got word from the Wardens. They found one of the blighted dragon's dens, the dragon from the Minrathous attack. Now that we have a dragon hunter on our team, it's time to go get our revenge. Taash was able to lure the dragon out, but our fight against one dragon quickly became a fight against two.
Second dragon!
one down!
And of course, Miss Tentacles had to come protect her babies.
Thought you could use a hand.
You're late!
Didn't want to arrive without a gift. Enchanted ballista bolts. Let's bring them down, Rook!
The Shadow Dragons and their fine-ass leader bring a secret weapon that turns the tides. Now all that remains is Gillenane.
She's reanimating the dragons! We have to stop her!
Oh, sister. Without you, the blight is a brute weapon. Only your hands mold it into life.
The mortals deserve worse, but we have crucial work in Arlathan.
After it is complete, one resists.
The Dread Wolf's influence.
Ever defiant. For now.
Gillenane's getting reckless, and now Elgar'nan has officially entered the fight. And he said something about Arlathan, and that seems like our next move. While we wait for news on that, Davrin took me to meet his family. His Dalish uncle needed some help with some of the wildlife in the forest, so we offered to help.
It looks sick.
It's okay. We're here to help. How do we help?
Look around for more Vannerberries. Asan, don't you even think about going after—
Davrin, remember. Trust.
Right. Asan, do as I would do, boy. Be nice.
Did Asan just bring in some food?
He did. I'll be damned. Thank you, Rook. Means a lot to have you here for this.
I know I've kind of tossed you guys around, and I know you've all been wondering, is it going to be Davrin? Is it going to be Emmrich? And if the world is going to make me choose between the finest Dalish man I have ever seen and the kindest, sexiest, older gentleman I have ever met, where two roads diverge in a yellow wood, I choose Davrin.
I wouldn't want to be with anyone else.
Does this mean you decided to take the bait?
I've got some ideas about that. And,
You were saying?
we had the same idea.
You know, being with me means being with him.
It's part of the charm.
Eyes of an eagle, roar of a lion. But maybe the heart of a holla.
But just so we're clear, there will be a video about Emmrich. I need him. I need him like I need air. While we wait for word on the Veil Jumpers, let's go back and talk more about Solas and the Fade memories and the wolf statues. We already talked about Gillenane's lab. There's also one that depicts Solas rallying the elven slaves to fight for their own freedom against Elgar'nan. The last memory shows Solas leading an attack against a citadel, where we learn we were never meant to win the fight, we were meant as a distraction. And this all leads to his regrets. We've already seen Solas denouncing Elgar'nan and Mythal for becoming gods, and when the other gods started using the Blight, Mythal called him love. Next we see him imprisoning the gods for their brutality, and in doing so, creating the Veil. And this leads to the revelation that the Maker is not real. The Maker does not come up much in this game compared to Inquisition. Clearly none of these people are religious, but previous characters would have been crashing out.
You have so long observed the world. Why not consider joining it?
But I have no desire to live as humans. I think you underestimate the danger. When you took the glowing stone to build your body, did the earth not shake?
This reveal is a bombshell for a number of reasons. Solas was a spirit of pride that was in our faces the whole fucking time. Through Harding's questline, we get to learn a little more about creatures known as the Titans. These creatures are massive, and they had lyrium flowing through their veins. They're the reason why Harding has her stone magic now. But today's dwarves don't dream and they can't access magic. The next statue brings us to why.
Have you created what we need?
With this, the proper ritual will sunder every Titan from its spirit. But you must know those severed dreams will certainly be driven mad. A disembodied blight of pain and anger. It is awful what we're doing.
And the only way to end this war.
The original elves took lyrium from the Titans to create their bodies, and in doing so, triggered a war between the elves and the Titans, which in turn created the Blight. The team agrees to keep all of this to ourselves to avoid hate crimes in this already prejudiced world that we live in. The final regret is something we're very familiar with, the ending of Inquisition, where Solas absorbs Mythal's power through Morgan's mom. There's one person in particular who is the common denominator of all of this fuckery, and that's Mythal. She's had that man on a leash for a long time, and despite being slightly offended on behalf of my Inquisitor, we can use this to our advantage. Because as luck would have it, Morgan is following in the footsteps of her mother. She is housing Mythal currently. There's also a fragment of Mythal's spirit from when she was murdered lingering in the Fade. To make a long story short, we get the Mythal spirit on our team, and now if the god of lies and rebellion starts acting up, I'm calling his ex-girlfriend and his mommy. We finally get word from the Veil Jumpers about Venatori camps and elves going missing. The disappearances lead to a big operation out of an old ruin. Nev is able to pose as a Venatori with us as her servants, so we can infiltrate the camp. Alright, you guys are doing too much. That cannot be comfortable. We make our way further into the camp, where we come face to face with Elgarnon himself.
My children, I will shower you. All you must do is obey me and kneel.
You have to go, now.
Now it's a race to find the elves before it's too late.
Rook, can you hear me?
Elgarnon has us trapped. The only thing that can save us? Solas having a bitch off.
Elgarnon, Lethalin, Mabanal Avanuris, Masalin Algalana?
I see what you mean.
And you can tell, he's been waiting for this one.
I must speak to you in this tongue. It seems Elven is beyond your grasp.
With the help of Solas, we're able to save the elves and make it back to the lighthouse, where I owed him a visit.
We would have had a hard time getting out of there without her help.
I did not spend this long preparing you only to lose you to Elgarnon's machinations. No, I am sorry. That was poorly said. When we first met, I saw you only as a foolishly confident child who disrupted my plans. Seeing you with your team, I was wrong. It took me centuries to build such a bond during my rebellion, and when I served the Inquisition, I tried to avoid entanglements.
The only thing you tried to avoid were these hands. This one, in particular.
I said that I resolved to do so, not that I succeeded. She is a good woman. Growing close to her was selfish of me.
We leave this conversation having earned his respect and learned the gods will need an eclipse for their upcoming ritual. Speaking of the Inquisitor, she wanted to meet us again.
Tell me what Solas did at Elgarnon's ritual. I need to hear it from you.
They talk about her relationship with Solas, and she's hopeful that she can change his mind. If there's a chance the two of them can reconcile, I'm encouraging her to take it. After I cried a little, we headed to Treviso, where we got a location for the god's next ritual, a place called Tearstone Island. We have some time before the next eclipse, so I want to wrap up everyone's companion quests in the meantime. Completing a companion quest gives Hero of the Veilguard status. My goal was to get that with everyone. Harding overcame her rage through compassion. Nev becomes the inspiring hero of her hometown. Taash embraced Ravani tradition after the death of their mom. Lucanis imprisoned Ilario and became the new crow leader. Balara preserved the archives in hopes to uncover more elven history, and Emmrich remains with Manfred. Oh, Harding and Taash made it official, so did Lucanis and Nev, and Emmrich and Strife. Finally, Davrin got a lead on the Gloomhowler, who is actually a former elven warden named Isaiah. When wardens start hearing the calling, they usually banish themselves to the deep roads, but some of them have been rebuilding Weisshaupt underground. And the first warden is here. He's not actually dead. Well, now he is, because we put him out of his misery. Anyway, before we killed him, he told us to find a feather that belonged to her griffin, and that might help our case.
Touch him and you die! We know who you are, Isaiah. A Grey Warden who lost her way. You blighted the Griffins. You doomed them.
The Wardens doomed them. With blight in their veins, the Griffins will be immortal. The Wardens will never harm them again.
What about this feather? It belonged to a griffin you cared for, didn't it?
Reavers.
Did the blight free it from pain?
It drove her mad. I had to put her down.
And you would do the same to these Griffins?
I'm sorry.
That was kind of anticlimactic, I'm not gonna lie.
Who's ready to go home?
With Isaiah dead, Asan was reunited with his family, but there was still a big decision to make. Should the Griffins return to the Grey Wardens, where they can fight Darkspawn and reclaim their title as heroic sidekicks, or should we consider a new path for them? Asan has shown us a very compassionate side of Griffins that no one has really considered before. Should they take on a new role as protectors of the forest? I thought about this a lot. I could have gone either way, but ultimately, I chose to keep them with the Grey Wardens. They just needed a win, okay? They've had so much happen. And Asan chose to stay with Davrin. And I hate to break it to you, Davrin, you're gonna be sleeping like this for the rest of your life. Sorry, man, I don't make the rules. Now that my entire team is Hero of the Veilguard status, Morrigan wanted to meet for a nice dinner, but we were so rudely interrupted when the gods decided to speed up the lunar cycle, so I booked it back to the lighthouse. Before we left, I wanted to check in with everybody. Varric gave me a little pep talk, and Rook and Davrin were very honest about their feelings and made a hookup pact.
What if one of us doesn't come back? I actually let myself imagine the future, our future.
Then make it happen. We both come back and have some fun the good old-fashioned way.
You're on.
With all of that settled, it's time to face the gods, to establish what we're walking into. We're on an island, surrounded by Antom warships. There's Darkspawn, there's an archdemon. We need to stop them from making their dagger, and take out Gillenane or die trying.
We need a distraction. One team to draw off that army, and another to stop the gods from finishing their dagger.
I'll take half the team and cause some trouble down by the Antom ships.
Wait, I'm the scout. I can get us around this place faster.
So who will it be?
You're telling me it's between my man and the sweetest girl who has all of the team embroidered on her jacket?
Harding's right. This requires a good scout.
Count your fucking days, Dragon Age. Thankfully, the distraction team was successful, and we were all able to meet back up before getting trapped again.
If I can fracture the harmonics, we could get through.
I deal with blood magic. I can stop the damage long enough to burn out the wards. Don't like it, but one of us has to do it.
Back to back? I think maybe BioWare wants me dead.
Nev, get those wards down.
Ha! Got it. But let's walk out careful.
Nev! Come on! Half the team comes with me on the main path. Harding and the others keep out of sight and get Lucanis to the ritual.
He kills Gillenane, and then we save Nev.
It's all yours.
As is Gillenane.
Get around her so we...
Harding!
She hears you not.
Davrin?
You face a god alone.
Now it's up to us to free our companions before the dagger gets finished.
Lost! The Olympians in this world who can cleanse and tame the blight.
We don't owe you a thing! Whatever it takes.
We had such plans. You will regret this.
Lucanis?
And so you have your victory. Are you not proud? Or did you think you'd win the day without some painful sacrifice?
I did everything for you, Rook.
Regret, like all emotions, is a powerful thing. Regret is even strong enough to serve as the lock on a prison built to hold gods. You were never ready to make the sacrifices that leadership requires. I molded you into someone the prison would accept in my place.
Eric?
Your work is done.
What? This is...
I feel like I've just been shot. Nev is missing, Harding is dead, and Solas betrayed us. The only way we're getting out of this is by addressing our feelings of regret towards what happened to our friends, including Varric.
You died back at the ritual site. Whenever I've been talking to you, I've been talking to myself, haven't I?
Yeah, sorry about that, kid. Every story's got an ending. This one just came a little earlier than I'd planned. But you've got your own story to finish. I just know the ending's going to be killer. They're waiting for you.
Goodbye, Varric. And thank you.
Looking forward to seeing how it turns out.
There! A light!
So much just happened, but the horrors persist, and so do I. While we were gone, Elgar'nan took over Minrathous, sealing the gates to keep everyone in, including Solas. Let's not gloss over the fact Solas did kill Varric. I am furious. During our time in Purgatory, the team crafted a replica dagger in an attempt to free us. We may have lost Nev and Harding, but there's still so much fight to go, and I immediately went to Harding's room and cried. Nev didn't die in front of us, so I think she's still out there. And then there's Varric. Did no one notice that I was talking to myself in the infirmary all the time? Davrin, you didn't have any concerns about that? Speaking of Davrin...
You're back.
I had someone waiting for me. Seems to me we've got some unfinished business.
You read my mind.
Can you read mine?
It'll be fun finding out.
How did you do that?
Better question is, what else can I do?
Is this all just for show?
Only one way to find...
When I was trapped in the Fade, I almost thought I'd never see your face again.
Hey, it's right here.
That was part of what kept me going.
And you did. You made it.
So all that worry about one of us not coming back...
Almost happened, but it didn't.
And that talk about our future, do you still mean it?
Of course I do. And the question is, what sort of future?
I see us settling down and raising our half-bird, half-cat kid.
From here on out, it's pretty simple. Wherever you are, there I am.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
If you guys need me, I'll be right here. Davrin, who does not have a last name, I was not familiar with your game. That was very sweet. It was very fiery and passionate, but still really genuine and heartfelt. And I hope these two really enjoyed their night together, cause in the morning, we're going to war. All of our allies gathered at the lighthouse to strategize. With the support of the Crows, the Mournwatch, the Veil Jumpers, the Lords of Fortune, and the Wardens, we are gonna break through the gate, find Solas, take his dagger, kill the Archdemon, and take out a god. And hopefully, no one dies in the process. Each member of our team is going to pair up with one of our ally teams. I'm bringing Lucanis and Davrin with me, and everyone else I tried to match up with their original allies. Looking back, that's a bad idea.
For a world free of the blight!
It's a miracle we all made it out alive. Emmrich, I am so sorry. I did not realize what I'd be putting you through. Once inside, we found the shadow dragons, and number 1 on my shit list. I lay into him for everything he's done to me. Honestly, I should kill him, or at the very least, punch him in the nose. But he's sorry, and he's helping, and I don't know how to fight a giant tentacle, so we are allied for now.
I swear by my own foolish pride, it will never come down by my hand.
But I don't believe a word that man says. We reach a point where Solas can't go any further without drawing attention. The Blight seems to be intelligent, but that intelligence is Nev.
Nev? What did they do to her?
We are out of time. I will defeat the Archdemon. Once Elganon is mortal, the final blow must be yours. Good luck. When next we meet, let us be standing over Elganon's body!
No, really, it's fine. I figured you had a persona, I just didn't think it would be bald. With Solas taking care of the Archdemon, we need to figure out how to get Nev back to us. The elven god of human rights violations is using mages to control the Blight for him. We fought to free my girl, but our reunion is quickly interrupted.
Once Elgarnon is dead.
No, you can't kill Elganon yet. If you do...
Look out!
Quickly now! Destiny is a heavy burden to bear, and growing heavier by the moment.
Apologies for missing the War Council.
While Solas is buying us time and hopefully killing that damn dragon, we finally have a chance to breathe and to check in with everyone who helped us get this far.
My connection with Elganon went both ways. He's tied to the Veil.
I felt the Veil weaken when Gillenane fell, and now that Elganon is the only one left.
We kill him, and the Veil collapses.
Now that we know Solas is, once again, playing in our faces, we need a new plan to keep the Veil intact. Our options seem to be fight Solas and bind his life to the Veil, bait and switch him with the fake dagger, or attempt to reason with him using the Inquisitor and Nithal.
Is there any chance at all, that he would listen to reason?
Speaking from the heart, Inquisitor?
I'm sorry, who is that? That is not my Inquisitor. Before we head up the tentacle, I checked in with all of our friends and spoke to Davrin for one last time.
We're in good shape, Rook. Real good. Nev's back where she belongs. Solas doesn't know we're onto him. And we've gotten past Elganon's main forces. But listen, I'm glad we decided to see how we work together. Nothing in my life has ever felt as right as being with you, does. I love you. Feels like my life didn't really start properly until we met. Never thought I'd meet someone who'd make me feel like that. Now, sooner we finish here, the sooner we can get back to our... what'd you call Hassan again? Our half-bird, half-cat kid?
That's the one.
Aw, they're so cute. Just as we're about to start climbing, there's trouble at the front door, and someone will need to stay behind and help our allies fight. I chose my best fighter, Taash. Once we reach the palace, the team gets separated, and it's not looking great for the furry version of Solas.
Get to the throne room. I know how to help Solas. I've got this! Go!
And finally, we reach Elganon.
In the new empire, every child would have blossomed under my protection. And Gillenane would have forged the Blight into a tool of beauty. But she is dead. And all we have is this. Because of you. You will kneel.
Damn it!
Let them
immortal, Elganon. Enjoy it while it lasts.
If you will not bow, you will burn.
It is done. The world owes you a debt, both for defeating Elganon and for bringing down the Veil. I am sorry for this final betrayal. Please, Rook. I do not wish to fight against you.
I don't want to fight you either. But I don't want to see the world go through even more pain on top of what Elganon has done. Do you?
This world is broken, Rook, because of my mistakes.
This is why you had to use me to escape the prison. It's made from regrets, and you're trapped in yours. You have a chance right now to save the world. Bind yourself to the Veil and stop it from falling.
I cannot. To stop now would dishonor those I have wronged to come this far.
Even if those you wronged asked you to stop?
Venan.
I am here, walking the Denan Sheral with you.
I lied. I betrayed you.
I forgive you. All you have to do is stop.
Irabolas, Venan. But I cannot. Long before we met, I failed my oldest friend. She died for that failure. If I leave the Veil in place, I am destroying the world she wanted. She will have died for nothing.
And whose fault is that, Dread Wolf?
Mythal lives on in her. And in this.
Mythal.
I pulled you from the Fade you loved and sent you into war. I used your wisdom as a weapon, and it broke you.
The things that I have done
are not for you alone to bear, my friend. The many wrongs we did together. I release you from my service.
Banal Nadas, Arlathma, Venan.
My life force now sustains the Veil. With every breath I take, I will protect the innocent from my past failures. I cannot kill the Blight, but I can help to soothe its anger. I will go and seek atonement.
But you do not have to go alone.
Arkelas vir banal.
Tel banal arama, vir shiral malasa, belanaris.
Thank you, Rook.
While this may be the end of our story, it's only the beginning of a new story for our friends and those we've helped along the way. I've had a lot of time to sit with this game, and I have a lot to say, so grab a snack and lock in. As a whole, I enjoyed this game. Visually, it's stunning. The maps are so immersive. I loved how interactive everything was with the puzzles and beams and all the hidden areas. Those stunning visuals extend into the character creation as well. It's miles ahead of Inquisition. I think a lot of people can see themselves in Rook, and that's really special. The story progression was well done in my opinion. Inquisition had too much open world and wandering. The balance between exploration and story feels so much better in this game. Party banter would pick back up if you got attacked. No inventory to manage, no waiting on arbitrary timers. Low combat, no death mode was chef's kiss. I was having a goddamn blast. But before I start this critique, we need to address the elephant in the room. Veilguard was almost a live service, multiplayer game, but the game is still considered a failure by the company and fans. But whose fault is that? In my opinion, the fault lies with EA. They have a track record for not supporting their development team in the way that they should, and pushing for money-making features where it does not belong. Dragon Age is a beloved series because it's a story-rich fantasy where your choices shape the outcome. What part of that is giving multiplayer microtransactions? Given the time frame that BioWare had to restructure their game again, it's a miracle that this game made any sense at all. Even more so that it was genuinely fun. It has its issues, and trust, we will get into it. But these developers went through actual hell to make this game, and then they all got laid off. Creatives behind this game had a beautiful vision, as illustrated in the art book, and they simply deserved better. This will be a critical analysis, but consider those points as we delve into it. In Inquisition, every character had something to say about Andraste, or the Elven Gods. Religion was a tool used for world building in the series, almost in an allegorical way. It felt very real. Going from that to Veilguard was a little jarring. And yes, we're in a different setting, but we know characters from the north, and they're Andrastian too. It feels like an overcorrection from the heavy Catholic vibes of Inquisition. It may have been a little much in Inquisition, but there's certainly a place for it in this world. Its absence is felt. And the elves are way too chill about their gods being the enemy. It feels unrealistic. People tend to cling onto their belief systems, make this opposition feel more important. Veilguard also falls short in acknowledging the social issues in the world of Thedas. Oh, you thought the booby anime lady was just gonna talk shit about Taash like everyone else? Wrong. Put your clothes back on. We're talking about the socio-political climate of Thedas. The world's largest religious institution is morally bankrupt. The systematic oppression of mages, the Mage Rebellion, tranquility, and mage possession are all things that Veilguard just didn't address or tiptoed around. Not to mention, elves are victimized and enslaved in regions of this world. I don't think they knew how to address these topics, so they just chose not to, and instead they wrote in the destruction of most of the world, where all social inequities will be resolved, off-screen. Thedas has already been established as an imperfect world. Its people hold deep prejudice. I'm not condoning this type of behavior, nor do I think they handled it with much grace in previous games either, but if it's a part of the world you've created already, it's not going to disappear in 10 years, and certainly not after hardship. If they hadn't spent multiple games building up this social landscape, maybe they could have gotten away with this, but to me, it's a sanitized version of their world, and it undermines their own narrative. Along that same vein, Inquisition made it very clear that certain characters would not approve of your choices. Vivian pushing back against free mage ideology, and Sarah when you acted too elfy. Veilguard companions don't really give you any pushback on your choices. Even when they greatly disapprove, it doesn't really amount to anything. No one confronts you or threatens to leave. There's no social consequences from your team. Nev and Lucanis can be hardened, but neither of them blame you for the choice you had to make. All of the companions are too agreeable. It's another overcorrection. I was also not a fan of how they handled the Inquisitor. They meet in Minrathous for the anonymity of the city, but why not trade anonymity for straight up had privacy. I wanted the Inquisitor to see the lighthouse so bad. Even if you were just friends, seeing where he's been this whole time and reviewing the wolf statues together would have fit so nicely in the plot. Or take us to Skyhold so we can learn what he was like before the betrayal. Show us people taking refuge there. Let us see it instead of info dumping on us. Speaking of Skyhold, I really miss the advisors. We really only had an emotional support Varric and Solas. Varric never really had much to say, and we only speak to Solas every like 7 to 10 business days, and then I leave the Fade feeling like I just got lectured, and I forgot why I even went in there. And I was giving out so much advice to my companions and getting absolutely nothing in return. Your partner doesn't even notice that you see dead people. Speaking of that, I will admit, they got me, but I did have my suspicions after Ballara used his full name. The whole thing is so calculated. It's unlikely that no one would have noticed or offered condolences. And where's my crash out? Like, we looked insane for months. That would have been my breaking point. I'm sorry. My last narrative complaint, we should have gotten to play our own origin story. If we are a hero of circumstance, let us live it. Moving away from that topic, hey Solas romancers, how are we feeling? I was very invested in seeing where these two would end up. While I'm glad they got a happy ending, the feminist in me has some concerns. A strong, capable woman giving up everything for a situationship? I just know her friends would be pissed. But I support women's rights and women's wrongs, but I have so many questions. Can they leave? Is it still terrible in there, or can it be like the Crossroads? But I guess that's the point. It can be whatever we want it to be, and I'm choosing to give them a happy ending. And I'll see y'all on AO3. On the topic of romance, let's talk about Davrin. As a warden, he's come to terms with an early grave, but it gets complicated when he becomes a father and falls in love. He never intended to have this much to lose, and he's struggling with it, but he's willing to figure it out with you, and I'm eating that shit up. Davrin has some of the most romance content, but a lot of it felt repetitive. The hunting analogies and being interrupted by Asan all the time. After a certain point, I was tired of it. This, coupled with the fact that Rook has 0 Riz, I felt like I was taking psychic damage. For me, the romance falls into a lot of the same problems I have with the rest of the game. It's fun, but it's very surface level. With Davrin in particular, there should have been more internal struggle, spilling out. There should have been more resistance, a will they won't they, yearning. Overall, I liked the romance. I just wish it had a little more depth. Also, the NPC pairings felt kind of random. Iron Bull and Dorian were like a fun little secret, but these companions just don't have that much buy-in for me. But also, if Lucanis is hardened and uninterested in romance, why does Nev get to date him? It's no secret this game had bad reviews. It took me a long time to make this video. I looked around and saw nothing but outrage merchants using Taash to rile up people. Trans panic has taken over the entire discussion when there's actual things to criticize in this game, like poor writing, one-dimensional characters, sanitization, and some of the cringiest dialogue you've ever heard. And when we talk about diversity, it does not hurt you when other people are represented. And prejudice is not an opinion, and I'm not going to dignify it with a response. You control the buttons you press. So take me to woke jail, I guess, but I still think this game is worth playing, even if the franchise, the devs, and the fans deserved better. Finally, let's answer my questions from the beginning. Did I really need to play Inquisition to understand this game? Not really, but I'm so glad I did. I realize now that I never gave Inquisition a star rating, so I retroactively rate Dragon Age Inquisition 8 egg-headed mages out of 10. I had such a blast playing that game, despite the trauma I endured, and it sparked a love for this game series that I'm now able to share with you all. How will my experience in Inquisition shape my experience in Veilguard? Honestly, there's little impact story-wise on decisions that carried over to this game, but it was nice to be in the know. They would mention things and I actually knew what they were referring to, whereas in Inquisition, I went in blind, and I had to piece so much together. I still didn't fully understand much of the lore by the end of the game. So I guess the choices I made had little impact on the game, but my experience in Veilguard was so much more informed because I played Inquisition. And how does Inquisition differ from Veilguard? These are two incredibly different games, both in style and storytelling, which we have now spoken about ad nauseum. I actually prefer the physical gameplay in Veilguard the most, but the story of Inquisition more. And of course, all of the quality of life changes that make this game so much easier to pick up. Overall, this game is a lot of fun when you don't have a bitch in your ear telling you it sucks. Two things can exist at the same time. I can enjoy the game that we got and also mourn the game that we could have had. Was it a fun gaming experience? Yes. Is it a good Dragon Age game? No. Do I recommend this game? I do. I had too much fun to say otherwise. Veilguard is a cautionary tale of what happens when game development is tossed around by executives chasing coin, instead of honoring what makes the game so beloved by fans. With all of that in mind, I give Dragon Age the Veilguard 6.5 egg-headed mages out of 10. I am so sorry this video took so long to make. I don't know what happened. I blinked and a year had passed. But I was absolutely blown away by the kindness on my Inquisition video. I loved getting to see everyone's Inquisitors, so please at me with pics of your rooks and who you romanced. Join my Discord. I made a whole channel for people to drop their characters. So if you're interested, join us. Send me something. I don't know. I want to see. If you liked hearing me yap, you should subscribe and come back. Or come by a stream. I play story games on stream every Friday night. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you again very soon.